controlled throughout the ballgame.
UCLA will get the ball first. Chase Griffin will have his first opportunity as a collegiate quarterback as we are off and running from Autzen Stadium in the Pacific Northwest. And Demetric Felton from the 5-yard line. The explosive tailback for UCLA is stopped short of the 30-yard line.
Center today for UCLA.
And some great rush defensive ends coming after him for Oregon. Griffin zaps off the throw and has just a couple of yards.
With 5 touchdown passes, he's accurate with the football at 67% on the year, and he can run it when need be.
Shuck to Verdell out of the backfield, and C.J. Odigizua, who grew up in Portland a couple hours away from Eugene, sets up a 3rd down and 18 for the Ducks, who've been dynamic on 3rd down this year. This is a Angeles area, Orange County, California in general, as Griffin throws to the outside, and he's got a completion to created, learn from the best sort of guy. And Griffin's been waiting for this opportunity for a long, long time as they will run it for a 1st down with Demetric Felton, Andre.
In terms of play calls for him.
We've got the wide receiver essentially in the backfield and then modified pistol, and Griffin keeps it and loses the football. It's on the ground and slapped to himself by McKinley. Beautiful sleight of hand by McKinley inside the 20-yard line.
Good job of just kind of batting the football to himself. Griffin's going to get caught carrying it away from his body just a little bit, and he felt like the offensive lineman was coming in, had to get it away from him. That's just a great football play by the free safety.
Man, I can't get over how smart of a play that is, Andre.
Yeah. Alec Anderson had a beat on it and was going to try to dive and to do work.
Oh, way offside there for UCLA. Should be a flag coming in. And Shuck throws it on 1st down to the end zone for an Oregon touchdown to Devin Williams.
They're without Micah Pittman, the other talented young receiver, and Williams certainly getting a lot more action.
Who'd started slow because of turnovers in the first 2 games against Stanford and Washington.
For Tyler Shuck.
On the short kick, Knight on the return, and Quantrez Knight is drilled in Oregon. Looks like they're on top of it again. The Ducks had no turnovers forced in the first 2 weeks of the season.
And on the field is a fumble during the kickoff, recovered by Oregon. 1st down, Oregon.
That looks like it's a very clear fumble.
Yeah, fumble and pushing the ball down the field in situations like this.
UCLA was rushing 4. Shuck goes over the top for Dye. Brilliant design by Moorhead, and a touchdown.
Oregon.
To make sure he was across the goal line, and he was. Extra point is good for Oregon. Griffin off to Phillips. Griffin got cleaned down, and Phillips has a wide open lane. Kyle Phillips across the 25 and a strong run 1st
zone on 2 occasions.
We saw an impressive young man in on that play. Kayvon Thibodeau, the sophomore 5-star recruit, as Griffin sends it down the middle and a 1st down for UCLA to Ethan Fernie. Felton skids to the outside. Demetric Felton inside the 2. What a run. Special, smart young man. Felton gets fed one more time for a Bruins touchdown. You get the feeling that UCLA's caught anywhere with their 2nd quarterback in there.
No, they haven't. And I mean, you know, just a nice job by the offense as a quarterback.
Shuck airmails it incomplete, so Oregon stalls on a 3-and-out. Demetric Felton is certainly a nice tool to have as he plunges a stiff arm into DD and the run at the same time. He went high and then came down low, and now Griffin on a 3rd down and forever has Phillips. and he is down. But Noah Sewell, his brother,
really feels confident in the group that he has up front today.
Verdell loses the football. UCLA's on top of it, and Knight scores. Quantrez Knight.
Well, he is awesome. You fumble and take one to score, we're going to do the same thing. And now all of a sudden we're looking.
But there are guys who've been waiting forever to play some college football. They get it. Imagine they would right the ship with Tom Brady. We'll find out against the Rams on Monday Night Football. As Shuck will throw on first down for Oregon. And Shuck with time drops it in beautifully across the
let up in terms of bringing pressure on him all game long.
3rd and 9 for Shuck. He goes the short way and does pick up the first down to Jalen Red for this game against UCLA. Run it again with Dye. Verdell fumbled on the last drive.
Pressure again.
Pressure coming from Knight. And Shuck forced out of the... Shuck for Dye. On a 2nd down carry, it'll be 3rd.
Pass protections, where to go, how to adjust on the fly. Those two guys were really good at it.
Dye has a first down, so Oregon
sort of just outstanding.
This is Shuck getting spun around to set up
Oregon history, and there have been some outstanding recruits come through the door.
This is Dye, and it'll be 3rd down and goal. So this is the key moment. Fake the pitch for Dye. Instead, they go to the outside, and it is incomplete. When I asked if they should go for it, you, Andre, and our statistician.
With all that size.
Run it straight ahead to Metrick Felton, and they plan for him to get
blown up right away.
Took 25 minutes or thereabouts for the first incompletion of Griffin's career, and now he's back in the saddle for well in advance of when normal mortals do that. 3rd down and 1, and an easy first down conversion for UCLA.
Very good high school program here in the state of Texas.
I remember Jeremy Curley from TCU. He went there. This is a big time hit for Dulcich and a UCLA touchdown.
What a read, and it is thrown perfectly. Reading, moving the safety, and knowing you got to drive the ball up the numbers to come back with it.
This is first career 3rd down for Shuck. And they get there again. Shuck eludes it and now starts to run. Breaks one tackle and gets down the sideline for a first down. He should have been. Shuck, shallow cross. And he's got Red for an Oregon first down.
It's been the early downs usually for UCLA.
Oregon goes 4 wide. Pressure gets there right in his face and blows up the screen pass. That was the intent. It's Odighizuwa one more time.
Because Dye goes out wide right, and I'm not sure if there's another receiver coming. Right here, it looks like blitz. They stem right out of it to a zone look.
Yeah, they back off at the snap, and now Shuck to the outside.
It goes for negative yards or an incompletion. Then I'm going to run the football and get to halftime.
How about Felton with a big play on the ground across the 25 and
have the lead to go ahead and go to the locker room up 21-17.
He tries to scramble.
I mean, I was steaming after seeing that call.
Glad you calmed down for this good game as Griffin gets hit as he throws, and it's picked off by Oregon. Down the sideline it goes, and it is a touchdown for Jordan Happel on the last play of the first half. My goodness.
That quarterback clock in the back of your head starts ticking. That the ball's got to come out. You just get bodies around you. The best thing at that point is just go ahead and eat it. But you put it up, you get your arm hit, it lands right into the
UCLA had it exactly where they wanted it, up on the road without. He sends Oregon to the lead. An amazing last play as Dorless got in the face of Griffin.
See, it's a game of inches. The first hitch, when you're stepping up, the ball should have been gone. He takes the second big one, effectively get to the quarterback.
UCLA without its starting quarterback, couple of running backs, a defensive back as well, hanging tough with Oregon.
For UCLA.
Shuck climbs the pocket. First notable run of the ball game for Shuck into open space. He had one down the.
Chase Griffin has handled himself, and then the defense as well. Feels like they're in really good spots. Just would like to see them tackle a little bit better.
Shuck has the hit to. Shuck with time. Down the middle, wide open man. First down and then some for Devin Williams.
Minus 22 when they're losing games, plus 11 when they're winning. That's a story right there in itself. This is where you like Williams with all that size at 6'5".
They run motion with Johnson. Verdell seeks the end zone and an Oregon touchdown.
Those carries are precious. Just
a runaway truck ramp on that touchdown as Oregon takes its.
Vin Kamara.
Felton is tripped up. That's going to be.
Just went down the field. This is where you'd like to be under center.
They go out of the shotgun and Oregon run blitzes. A chance at a pin drop in at Watson any other game, any other time. But 2020 is different as Griffin loads up and has himself a near completion. Now the question is,
on the field as the ball
did the
dead.
receiver hang on? It's first down UCLA. And they get off the snap. No chance at a replay review. And Griffin on the run. Chase Griffin into space. And he. Second down and 7 for Chase Griffin to throw on the run, and he's got Coda for a UCLA.
Just did to start the second half.
On the ground again and just short of the goal.
Outstanding physical gifts.
On the run, up high for Brown, and he is in on the launch. Britton Brown scores the UCLA touchdown.
What Chase Griffin leading his team right down the field. I mean, a good mixture of run and pass by the play caller and head coach Chip.
Sideline, not to hear the crowd that he's so used to at Autzen Stadium. That's not side by side.
I think the eye test is going to go a long way this year as well in terms of who's playing the best football based on what you're seeing.
Quick set. Now it's third down and 3 for UCLA, who's been outstanding on third down today and gets one more with Demetric Felton, who dropped. He's in the backfield on a third down and 9 for Griffin, who wants it over the middle and got about half of it there.
And get it in Felton's hands here somehow.
It's Griffin instead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by McKinley, who had the fumble return earlier.
Which has left them part of the formation. And you want to give a guy a chance to win. And so I'm going Felton one-on-one to the top and let him work against the defender in the open field. I take my chances there rather than throwing into a high-low double coverage.
A turnover of the ball game. Oregon takes over at the 22. Shuck to throw with a man in his face to the sideline. He's got Johnny Johnson this coming, and then you just spiked it in our face.
I thought it was a little bit closer score than what he gave it was going to be.
Shuck down the sideline. It's a 50-50 ball. Rewind again, 2nd and 7. And Quantrez Knight got in there, but Shuck kept it for the touchdown throw. Hunter Kampmoyer in his first game of the year scores.
You're leaving basically an area voided to try to get to the quarterback as quickly as you can. And
where do you think you can add value with all they did last year? And he said, when I watched tape,
a lot of time here left for the Bruins.
Lethal blow might be the 28 points off turnovers for Oregon, as this is incomplete. He wanted Felton out of the
pressure on the passer and a free rusher.
It is Verdell again, and it's an behind that line. Shuck on the design roll, faked it to the right, and then threw it down the seam, and he's got a first down.
But you see the pressure here. It comes again.
Comes from the outside. Beautiful pickup by the back, and this one clangs off the hands of Brian.
2 in the first 2 games.
This one from 43 for Camden Lewis. From the hash mark it goes. And this has no chance. Way wide. And UCLA remains down just 10.
No, we're not.
First college football action for Chase Griffin. A little bit behind the intended target there and knocked away. Philly had to punt it away on the stop by the Oregon defense at 2-0, trying to extend an 11-game home win streak. And this is the tight end, Campmoyer, one more time rumbling across the 40-yard. The last couple weeks, former defensive lineman. Shuck turns it upfield, dodging outside. Tyler Shuck's got to do that. See how Joe Moorhead draws this thing up. It's 3rd down and 21, and they will go short, and they'll go for Williams to the 46. So now
that makes for a lot of championships and a lot of wins.
On the dive,
in order to get positive yards, just makes it look so easy.
Oh, Felton tripped up behind the line. It's Jordan Happel. Britton Brown instead of Felton back there. And they go out of the shotgun on a 4th and 1. So it is Brown, and he's got a seam. Britton Brown, first down, UCLA into Oregon territory.
Well, that's the thing.
ESPN, Jason.
That is a well-coached team for Luke Fickell as Griffin's got a rocket down the middle. UCLA.
With the pressure.
Demetric Felton, another spin. Demetric Felton, it's a first down for UCLA from the 11. And they will run it again with Felton hitting the hole one more time. Touchdown. Wow.
We will be watching that for a long
time. McCaffrey, he is a major consumer of other running backs. Verts. Third down and 4 for Shuck in the offense for Oregon. Shuck on the roll, gets rid of it, and will not have the first down for Campmoyer and UCLA.
Get this drive started by Chase Griffin.
Here he is one more time. He was affected as he threw. Griffin, no sir, over the middle. They will run it. And not a whole lot there. Was he down? And
I mean, a heck of a tackle on an outstanding player.
4th down and 12 for the ball game. Griffin steps up in his first start. Griffin down the sideline for Phillips, and he could not hang on. Oregon 38-35 with a couple kneel downs will put this thing away.
Downs to Oregon. First down.
When Griffin squares up nicely under pressure.
Scramble mode. First the run from Felton.
Definitely the elbow is down. And then they come back, and you really don't have to rush it with the timeout. Well, that's one that Phillips usually makes. He usually makes that catch.
That was inches away from Chase Griffin and UCLA being in full-fledged comeback mode. Instead,
what a ball game. What another one that we've had this year, and some pretty good and dynamic athletes in this game. I mean, across the board, offensively and defensively.
Oregon gets to 3-0, 4 touchdowns off turnovers for the Ducks. For Taylor McGregor, for Andre.